Hey guys, I hope you guys can see me. I'm actually using. Hey guys, I hope you guys can see me. I'm actually using Facebook this time, so I got to figure out how this will work on the Facebook platform. But I want to welcome you guys to the Inspiration in 30. My name is Gloria Ward, and as you can see, I am not in my regular location, but I wanted to make sure that I did the Inspiration in 30 today because it is important for me to actually, come on, especially for this new year, to talk about something I think is important, and that is stop letting the wounded you make decisions. Stop letting that wounded part of you who is struggling to make ends meet, who has been hurt before, who is afraid to spend money, who is afraid to love again, who is afraid to do a lot of things, dictate the decisions that you make today. You're not that person anymore. You are not that person anymore. Yes, you made mistakes. Yes, you learn from those mistakes. Yes, those mistakes had an effect on you. But at the same time, you are a new person. You are working on yourself. You are loving yourself. And you are trying to push through these barriers so that you can live the life you want to live. It's so crazy for me because when I think about it, I say to myself, we always make goals. We always try to, move towards different things that we want in our life. And sometimes we let the wounded part of us take over and we start to self-sabotage and we destroy all the things that we say we wanted. We say that we want a new job, more money, better, a better relationship. And what happens is that when those triggers start to come up in our life and when things start to happen to us, we forget about all the stuff that we said that we was going to do. We forget about all of the work that we have done, and we allow that wounded self to creep up on us, and we allow that to take over, and it destroys all of our plans and it delays our dreams. We got to be mindful when those things happen. When you say that you're going to do something and then you feel afraid to do it, you have to start asking yourself, why am I afraid to do this? Is it because I feel like it's not going to work out? Or is this something that happened to me before and now I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to be able to push past this? Or am I thinking about something in my past that I just can't let go of? That love that you're trying to find and that love that you're trying to give to someone else, or that relationship you're trying to have, don't let your wound from the past dictate what's happening now in your relationship. And that can be personal, or that can be within your job or with your friends. I had a friend who told me, hey Kim, I had a friend who told me that actually this weekend that she will never trust another woman again around her boyfriend. And I said, why? Because women, they don't know how to respect you and they don't know how to do this. And I said to her, okay, well, that person didn't know how to respect you. Not saying that she didn't have no respect. Whatever it is that you allowed her to do, in her mind, it was okay to do. Because see, when you have boundaries and you tell people and you show people how to treat you, you won't experience those kind of things, right? And she said, my mom always told me that, and I always had to, be mindful of, what was going on in my surroundings and around me. And that just made me think, of how much we sit up here and we focus on things that we should have let go for a very long time. Like, our core wounds come up so much in so many things, we don't even realize that they're happening, right? If you saw the Inspiration in 30 last night, I was explaining that to our guest. I was telling her, I said, for the past 2 weeks, I've been, scrolling more on social media, watching more stuff on YouTube, and, binging on Netflix. And I'm saying to myself, like, what the hell is going on? Now I have a lot of decisions to make. I have a lot of stuff to do. I have plenty of work to do. Why are you not doing your work? And you sitting up here scrolling and moving and doing things that are very unproductive. And what I found out is that when I am afraid to make a decision and when I'm afraid to take a step, I go into this place where I start to just ignore, or I go do something else. And I said to myself, well, Glow, where did that come from? Like, why are you acting like this? Right? Because to me, every decision that I make in my life is very important to me, because I don't want to be like how I grew up. And that is my core wound. And literally, I kid you not, y'all. I kid you not. It was Monday or Sunday, one of those days, because I had enough. I kept saying to myself, you need to be able to figure out what this is. And I was doing what most people do, right? I was looking in the outside of me, trying to figure out, what was going on. Was somebody bothering me? Is it this? No, it's always in here. And I literally got in front of the mirror and I started talking to myself. And I reminded myself that I have come so far, and I am not that person that I was. And I am stronger now than I was then. And I am able and capable of doing all the things that I want to do. And I am not them. And I will not be that. And as I started to speak to myself, the more I started to feel this release, because I finally understood what was holding me back. And here's what I want to tell you. You think it's something outside of you, but all that shit was made up right here. You get what I'm saying? Made up. I made it up because I was afraid. We make stuff up in our mind because we are afraid, because we don't know what to do. And the moment that you don't have clarity, and the moment that you feel like you are confused, you got to stop and you got to ask yourself, where's that coming from? And most likely, when you get in a state where you feel like you don't want to do anything, you're more angry, you're more jealous, or you feel like you're feeling more depressed, that core wound is what's taking over. Now, hear what I said. I did not tell you that I had to get rid of it. I didn't say that. I didn't say I had to talk myself until it was gone, because it never goes away. You just know that it's there. And when it's time for you to make decisions, and it's time for you to do things in your life that you know is outside of your comfort zone, but you know is the right thing to do to move on in your life, and that core wound comes up and says, hold on, nope. Because you remember when we did this when Grandma was alive, and it didn't work out for you. And you remember when you tried to do this before, and nothing good came out of it. Remember that you are not that person anymore. You are much smarter, you are better, and you are more loved, and you are working on yourself. I keep telling you, nobody holds you back but you. You decide how your life is going to be. You decide which road you're going to take. You decide your level of happiness. And you also decide your level of joy. And you say, Gloria, I'm mixed up in so much shit. I know you're saying that, but there's more to my life, and it's a little bit complex than what you're going through. You're single, you good, you don't have kids, you don't have this, you don't have a lot of the pressures of life. Let me tell you this. Your responsibilities and what you need to do and how you need to solve your problems, at the end of the day, is still on you. Why not come from a place of where you want to go, instead of looking at where you were and how it never worked out for you? Why come from a place from fear, but you trying to get yourself to the next level? We got to be able to recognize when we're in those situations. And that's my point for this Inspiration in 30. Recognize when that womb is taken over. And recognize when you are afraid, or when you are delaying, or when you are feeling this uncomfortable feeling. That is something that you are avoiding because you've been there before, and you believe that the same thing that happened is going to happen to you again. And what I want you to hear is my voice that tells you that's not you anymore, boo. You have come a long way, and you have come far, and you have a lot of time to do what it is you want to do for your life. Stop saying you can't. Stop saying you don't have time. Stop saying you don't have the money. Stop saying that there's too much shit going on that you can't. Because that's all not true. It's not true. Look in yourself in the mirror and remind yourself of who you are. Remind yourself of where you came from. Be grateful for the things that you have now. Love on the person that you see in the mirror now. Be kind to the person that you see in the mirror now. And understand that if you want to go to that next level in your spiritual life, in your mental health, in your finances, or anything, you have to be able to manage that core wound you have. Because that core wound is only there because there's something greater you have to do in your life because of it. Okay? The reason why I do the work that I do is because my core wound is about someone who came and thought about me, who took their time and they invested in me. Many people. I've always had many angels in my life that got me to this point. I know how to give back. I know how to nurture. I know how to mentor, because it happened for me so that I will be able to come out of the things that I was in my life. You understand me? There's always a ram in the bush. There's always a way out. There's always a way in which you can make a decision for yourself. That core wound is there because it brings out the best in you. Don't let it make you afraid and dictate your decisions and hold you back and let it self-sabotage yourself. When you recognize it, talk to yourself. When you feel it, when you feel yourself, especially when you feel yourself getting stuck or you feel like you're avoiding stuff, ask yourself, where's this coming from? Why can't I move forward? Why can't I say yes to this thing? Why can't I go ahead and just make a move? And watch your core wound and yourself fight with each other. I was always told, don't make no moves until you check everything out. I was always told, don't sign anything until you make sure that you dotted every I and crossed every T and read everything. I was told, don't go into a relationship unless you got A, B, C, D. Right? That's what we do. And what I'm trying to tell you before I go is that this year it's about thriving. It's about managing what you know about yourself. It's about tapping more into who you are and understanding that you're not perfect, but you're good enough where you are right now. And where you going is going to be so amazing that you're doing everything that you can now to get there. You healing right now so that you can get there. Because once you do, that is where your peace is. That is where your peace is. Remember, you decide to love. You decide to forgive. And you decide to have gratitude. But peace is only given to you when you are fully in a position where you are loving yourself and nothing else matters. Because when you erupt into peace, you don't care about the things around you. That stuff don't even bother you anymore. So stop letting that core wound sabotage your life. Learn how to manage it. Talk to it. Let it know that it doesn't make the decisions anymore. And you decide based on where you are right now and where you're going, and from a place of joy and peace, what your life is going to look like going forward. Okay? I love you. I gotta go. But most definitely, you need me, holla at me. Okay? I'll see you later. Bye.